Today we are counting down the top 5 quarterbacks for 2026 fantasy football. This blueprint blends 2 completed seasons with current 2026 FantasyPros consensus projections, then gives the future the most weight. We will move from number 5 to number 1 using the same transparent formula as the running back and wide receiver episodes. Injuries, roles, and team context can still change, so refresh the latest information before your draft. Here is the formula. 20% of the score comes from 2024, 30% from 2025, and 50% from the current 2026 projection. The result rewards sustained production without letting an old season overpower the situation we are drafting today. This is a data-driven draft ranking, not a permanent talent list. At number 5, Drake May. May jumped to 358.9 points in 2025, and the forward projection supports most of that breakout. The current 2026 projection is 326.9 fantasy points, and the weighted blend lands at 308.5. That margin is close enough to change with one projection update, so verify late summer opportunity before locking in the pick. At number 4, Bo Nix. Nix supplied consecutive full-season results of 328.1 and 315.8 fantasy points, so his multi-year floor offsets a slightly lower projection. The current 2026 projection is 297.7 fantasy points, and the weighted blend lands at 309.2. The numbers put him firmly in this position tier, while the final decision should still account for current health and team context. At number 3, Lamar Jackson. Jackson owns the biggest peak with 434.4 in 2024, while the lower 2025 total adds the main volatility warning. The current 2026 projection is 324.6 fantasy points, and the weighted blend lands at 315.7. The numbers put him firmly in this position tier, while the final decision should still account for current health and team context. At number 2, Jalen Hurts. Hurts stays near the same range across all 3 inputs, giving the model an unusually stable elite baseline. The current 2026 projection is 320.5 fantasy points, and the weighted blend lands at 315.8. The numbers put him firmly in this position tier, while the final decision should still account for current health and team context. At number 1, Josh Allen. Allen is the only quarterback in this group above 370 fantasy points in both completed seasons, and the projection keeps him there. The current 2026 projection is 372.1 fantasy points, and the weighted blend lands at 375.4. The numbers put him firmly in this position tier, while the final decision should still account for current health and team context. Here is the quick recap. Drake May at 5, Bo Nix at 4, Lamar Jackson at 3, Jalen Hurts at 2, and Josh Allen at number 1. That is the complete number 5 through number 1 order from the weighted model. Use the list as a blueprint, then refresh injuries, depth charts, projections, and league settings before you draft. If this breakdown helped, subscribe to Fantasy Football Blueprint for the next position ranking.